Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another manga haul. Sorry I couldn't make any videos last month. I was just super busy, but less busy now, so I have more time. And as well, I kind of got 2 months worth of buying stuff stacked up, so I got a pretty good sized haul today. So let's just get right into it. First up is Ping Pong by Taiyu Matsumoto. These two omnibuses make up the whole thing, and these are super like weird and wacky looking volumes, as you guys can probably tell. They have like manga panels on the front and the back, but I love them. I love how these look. It fits so well because Taiyu Matsumoto is such, his stories are so weird but also creative, and you can see that in his artwork. It is far from conventional, but I just really like it. And in this series, it works super well. Like, you can see the ping pong and the sport flowing super well. Sometimes the paneling can be a little bit crowded, but I really love his art. I've seen some people call it ugly. I can understand that, but I like it. But ping pong is a super good sports series. Not your typical one. Deals with the harsh reality of sports that you can practice and train as much as you want, but there's just gonna be people who are naturally better than you, who don't have to work as hard, and just that kind of cruel reality of the sport. But it's super good. It's not as depressing as I made it sound. It's a very good manga, and short as well. Like I said, it's complete with these two omnibuses. You could read this in like a day and in one sitting like I did, and would totally recommend it if you're looking for something super weird and out there. And if you want to get into Taiyu Matsumoto, this is a good place to start. You can also watch the anime as well. Anime is super good. I watched that years ago, so when they announced this was getting released, I was super pumped up to get it. Totally would recommend. Next up is Neon Genesis Evangelion. The next three in ones, the third and the fourth one. Um, Almost completed this series. Just have one volume left. It's a 2-in-1 of the last two volumes, and I've enjoyed reading this. I'm a big Eva fan of the anime in particular, so I always wanted to check out the manga because I've heard it had some, subtle differences and things played out a little differently. And that's very true. There have been some stuff, but it's the same core story, so far. I am interested in seeing the ending, seeing kind of which path it follows and how it might deviate from the end of Ava. But it's been a really enjoyable read. I don't think I'll prefer this over the anime. I still do need to finish it, but like, I don't know. I just feel like the series kind of works better as an anime for whatever reason. But I do still need to finish it. I might just finish it off online though, since these volumes like go out of stock constantly. I don't think they're out of print. It's just probably printing stuff with Viz since they're, busy and with everything going on. But still, love Ava. If you don't, watch anime and you only read manga, definitely check this out. Legendary series, some great themes, complex characters, huge robots. It's got everything. Love Ava, and can't wait to finish this. Next up is Golden Kamuy, Volume 11. Um, I really enjoy Golden Kamuy, but I just pick it up so slowly. Like, I get like one volume at a time, and I don't really know why, because I do like it when I read it. I guess I just, it's not as high of a priority, but this was a fun volume. I really should get more. Hopefully, there's like a sale or something so I can try and catch up. But I am liking Golden Kamuy. It's pretty popular here on like MangaTube. A lot of people are collecting it and love it too. So if you want to try out something seinen, I think Golden Kamuy is a great place to jump in. Has some great artwork as well. I don't want to spoil anything, but especially the backgrounds of like the forests and stuff are gorgeous. Love Golden Kamuy, and can't wait to get some more whenever I do. Probably not soon, but I should. Next up is something I'm actually reading right now. I just finished this fourth volume before recording this video, actually. Ran and the Grey World, volumes 1 through 4. I love this series so far. It's by Aki Irie, who I've just gotten into recently. I'll have it later in the haul, but I got another one of her manga, and it's an ongoing one, so I have all the volumes that are out. So I wanted to get her other series, and this is complete. It's 7 volumes, all 7 of them are out, so I just have to get the last 3, which I will very soon. Should be here probably in like a few days. I did order them already, so I'm super pumped. They couldn't get in here fast enough for this video, but that's okay. And Ran and the Grey World is great. It is a manga about this girl, Ran, who she puts on these shoes, as you can see here. She like grows up, but only like physically, not mentally, because she doesn't want to be treated like a child. She's a little kid, she thinks she's all grown up. We've all been there. And it's got romance elements to it. I'm sure some people might be a little bit put off because, it's not like a true romance. There's a guy who's into Rand, basically. Of course, he doesn't know that she's like a little girl, like grown up through these magic shoes, but it can be a little bit weird, so I totally understand that. But there's relationships between the other characters which are far more normal, and there's a lot of other stuff going on. There's magic in this world, as you can tell. They're a family of like sorcerers, and the guys in the family like turn into like wolves and crows. And there's like a mystery element with this kind of evil bugs going around. I don't want to say too much because I'm not done yet either, but I am so pulled into it. Her artwork, as you saw earlier, is gorgeous. She's becoming one of my favorite artists in manga, and like the way the characters, like everyone looks so pretty, and the backgrounds are all so pretty too. It's just I love it. As you guys could probably tell, I'm loving everything about this series, and I can't wait to finish it off. Totally check this out if you're looking for something new. And I believe this is a josei as well, so, if you're into that demographic and haven't checked this out, go for it. Totally recommend this. Next up is something that, if you follow me on Instagram, I've posted a lot about recently. Land of the Lustrous. I have all 10 volumes that are currently out, and I just cannot say enough good things about this series. I watched the anime and absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. It uses CGI, but it's like the best looking CGI I've seen, and like the animation and character models don't look stiff at all. It's just gorgeous, and I had to pick up the manga immediately after because I was just so pulled in, and the manga just is even better. The artwork in it is just beautiful, and the way the story evolves and changes, with the characters and the world, it really does feel kind of like a slowly lit fuse, just ticking down until it's ready to blow. Just the characters in this are super nuanced and complex. Even though I've read it and like understand everything, I feel like I don't actually understand everything about these characters. Not to say it's like convoluted at all. The way the info dumping is done in this series is fantastic. And it's very sad because it's on a hiatus right now. There does seem to be a lot of optimism that it should be back, like, within a reasonable amount of time, which is good, so it doesn't become another Hunter x Hunter, but I've caught up on, the chapters. There's one more volume we don't have yet, 11. It's coming out this year, so I'll definitely be buying that when it comes out. Then it'll be all out officially, but I've caught up, and I needed to resume badly, is all I'm gonna say. Please check out this series. It's so dope. It's become one of my favorite manga, like in my top 10, maybe top 5. I love it. check out Land of the Lustrous. Maybe I'll do a video like spotlighting it so I can talk all about it without having to be limited, in a haul video, but I just only have good things to say about the series. Absolutely love it. Next up is the other Akie Irie manga I was talking about, Go With the Clouds North by Northwest, volumes 1 through 4. Gorgeous covers on these as well. Her artwork, as I already said, is just great, but I loved this series as well. I don't even remember how I found out about it. It was just like kind of random, and it was on sale on like the Right Stuff sale, so I was like, screw it, I'll just buy it, and I loved it right away. Again, a similar, like, magic within the human world premise in this. This main character here, Kay, he can talk to cars, which is pretty cool, and the way they use it in the story's cool. Basically, he is a kind of for-hire private detective in Iceland, and he does that to basically, get work, keep himself out, but it's very much a manga about a journey of self-discovery. There's a great mystery element in this as well, a murder mystery, actually, with a villain who, I don't want to say anything with the villain, but I can't wait to see how they dive more into them, because I really want to know more about them and their mental state. But I love this manga as well. It's currently ongoing, only 4 volumes out, but we're supposed to be getting a 5th one this year, and I can't wait. I want to do a video about this too. Maybe I'll just do a video about like a bunch of maybe underrated or overlooked manga. I don't know. I think that would be fun. But loving this series as well. Totally would recommend it. And I mean, just look how much drip K has, man. Like, look at this guy. Look at how cool he is. How can you not love him? Check this out. Next up is The Golden Sheep, volumes 1 through 3, complete. This is by Kaori Ozaki, who has also done a one-shot that I've seen a lot of people have read and have in their collection, The God's Lie. This is a story about this girl here. She moves back to her childhood hometown and with her friends, but of course, they were kids now, and now they're high schoolers, and people are gonna change, and not always for the better. So it very much has to do with expectations versus reality, and really is a character drama about this group of friends, and kind of understanding them, and trying to get them to reconnect back together, and discover more about themselves, but be able to understand each other as well. It's only 3 volumes, so it's super short and doesn't overstay its welcome, and I loved it. It was a super good read. I read it all in one sitting. I just couldn't put it down. There's like 1 or 2 like things I didn't care for in here as far as like content, but other than that, great manga, great characters, great cast, and something I could see myself coming back to a lot because of how short it is and how good it is, and just has really powerful themes and a great message and just wraps it all in perfectly. Great manga, definitely check this out. Next up, catching up on some ongoings, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0, Moriarty the Patriot Volume 2, Kaguya-sama Love is War 18, and Chainsaw Man Volume 3. These are all manga that I've been collecting and, got a new volume out, and I'm super happy, particularly with the Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0. Normally it seems like it takes kind of a while to get these prequel volumes out in English, but they did this one super fast, and Jujutsu Kaisen is just so hot right now, it's maybe the most popular, like, ongoing anime right now, at least that I see, like, discussion about it, and for good reason. I'm loving it too. This was a good volume. Definitely check this out if you're a JJK fan. Moriarty Volume 2, I love this series, man. It's super dope. Like, I just love, instead of following Sherlock Holmes, you see it from Moriarty, his enemy or, villain. but that perspective shift is cool, and you don't really have to know anything about Sherlock Holmes to like it. I should watch the anime because the releases are so slow, but I'm loving this. This is a really fun series. Kaguya and Chainsaw Man, two of my favorite series of all time. Kaguya in my top 10 for sure. Chainsaw Man might be, and if it's not, like just outside it. So, super happy to keep collecting these. Especially Chainsaw Man since it's completed. I can't wait to have the full set, but loving all of these. Next up, we have some Japanese volumes. Oshinoko, volumes 1 and 2. This is written by the same author as Kaguya-sama, but he does not do the artwork for this. Someone else does. I really should have looked up their name before I did this. I feel bad now, but I'll probably put it in now, like on the screen when I look it up in post. But this series is super awesome. I'm actually studying Japanese. I have been for about a year, so I bought these to try and practice, but they don't have the furigana by the kanji, so I can't really read it too well, which is too bad, but I'm happy to support, because this series is dope. It has to do with idol culture, but like the dark side of it, you know, the stalkers, the canceling, the nuances and behind the scenes, and it's super interesting. I really hope this gets an official English release. I think it will, because it's by Aka Akasaka, and you know, he's succeeded over here as well. And this series is amazing, and really just makes me respect Akasaka as a mangaka even more, because this is not as much of a comedy series at all as Kaguya, but it's still written so well, just showing how much range that he has, and I love it. Totally would recommend it, and it's still pretty early. I think there's like less than 50 chapters out, but I love it, and if it continues this way, I could see this being a favorite for me as well. Then last up for the manga, Mob Psycho 100 Reagan. Mob Psycho is one of my favorite anime. I absolutely love it. I'm not currently collecting the main series of the manga, just because I don't know if I want to, but I did decide to get this Reagan volume just because I love Reagan, and apparently it takes place after the end of the series, so that was cool to see. But yeah, this was just a really fun volume. Like, I really liked it. You know, with one's artwork, it's definitely not good, but like it didn't really bother me in here at all. So I feel like I could read like the normal series all the way through just fine. But I definitely prefer the anime. I hope they'll finish the anime someday, but you know, who knows. I wouldn't recommend this if you haven't read Mob already. This is definitely something for Mob fans, but if you are one, this is totally worth it. This was a super fun read, and I'm sure makes the ending of Mob Psycho a little better and fleshes it out more. Like I said, I haven't read it yet, so I wouldn't know for sure, but even if you've just seen both seasons of the anime, you'll be fine reading this. Check it out. We love Reagan, and check out Mob Psycho. It's super dope. Then next up, for some non-manga things, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I also collect video games as well, current and older. And I bought this. I love Mario. I had a Wii U, but I never got to play this one. So I'm excited that it's on the Switch now, and the Bowser's Fury mode looks cool too. Bought it to play with a group of friends too. We haven't been able to play yet, just because, you know, scheduling and stuff. But I can't wait until we do, and I know it'll be super fun. And then something pretty special. Gurren Lagann, the complete Blu-ray set. I haven't even opened it yet just because I don't know if I want to, but Gurren Lagann is a top 3 anime for me. Like, my top 3 anime could like shift in order in like any day, but it's up there, and I'm rewatching it right now, just off of Netflix though, because by the time I started my rewatch, this hadn't come in yet. But I just love everything about this series. The characters, the story, it's raw and epic and awesome, and everyone's a badass, but also has great themes and is nuanced and is super smart. I can't recommend this enough. I don't think it has a manga, or it probably does, but I don't know if it ever came out in English. But just watch the anime. Even if you're not normally an anime person, this is the way to experience Gurren Lagann. I'm so happy to finally own this. It wasn't cheap because Aniplex likes to charge a lot of money, but you know, I'm the fool who paid it, so I guess I can't really be that mad. But absolutely love this series and can't wait to finish my rewatch. All right, and that'll do it. A pretty big haul this month. When I counted, I believe it was 33 volumes plus the Blu-ray and the game, so 35 things in total. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm getting a new webcam soon. I'm getting a C920. So I can, because I just record off of my phone, which works, you know, for here at the shelf stuff, but for some of the other videos I want to do, I don't just want to be pointing at the shelf in the books talking. You know, I want to up the quality of the content a little bit. So that should be in sometime next month, hopefully, and I can't wait for that. I want to make like some list videos, probably talk about specific series like the ones I mentioned earlier, and just a bunch of stuff. So I'm super excited. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't, link in the description. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out, and yeah.